EMJers, Eric Helms here. I am currently in Spain with Dr. Pablo Jimenez.
Thank you so much.
And the rest of the ESEN crew. And they're doing some fantastic work specifically in Spain and the entire Spanish-speaking community, trying to provide evidence-based education in sports nutrition, training, and the whole 9 yards. They are also the brains behind Life Pro, which is a supplement company that specifically tries to use evidence-based information to inform manufacturing. The reason why I'm getting a tour of this facility is because, as I've talked to you guys about before and in my prior content, in the US especially and some other countries, we all have post hoc regulation of the supplement industry, meaning that until there's a problem, until someone has a health issue, you're not going to see any regulation of the supplement industry. But in Europe, that's different, and there's a high regulatory standard. And specifically with Life Pro, these guys do a lot of hard work to ensure that there is testing of ingredients, something that I recommend to any drug-tested athlete, like all the natural bodybuilders who compete, all the IPF powerlifters. This is an example of how it should be done, in my opinion, and I was so impressed that I wanted to promote this is the way supplement companies should be done. I'm not being paid to be a sponsored athlete. They are giving me a lot of protein powder, but that's not enough to get my endorsement. What really is important to me is good people doing good things with a lot of integrity and protecting the consumer. So Pablo, can you tell us more about this facility?
Right now we are in the warehouse, in the main warehouse, where we have the raw materials and the final product. The final product is manufactured here and is taken from here to the warehouse where they had the final product to distribute. So we have other 4 warehouses and 1 liquid factory that is not in the same place because we separate liquids and powder, capsules and raw powder and liquids in the other side. Something that is interesting is that many companies, many supplement brands don't have their own lab. They are manufactured by a third-party lab that you don't know what they are doing and they cannot control their own process. So if you want, we can show you what we are doing and in what we are based.
Yeah, and Pablo, that's really important because a lot of the instances where a supplement might contain a banned substance or a harmful contaminant, even if the supplement company themselves are trying to do a good job, it might be the outsourcing in the manufacturer where the issue occurs or the transportation.
Yes, that's something that happened many times, and I know many cases where people that wanted to do the CEOs of the company wanted to do the things properly, but in the end there was a fraud that it was not because of them, it was because other people. And here in Europe at least things are a bit more controlled because we have the most strict and rigid legislation, the most difficult laws in the world.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good that you guys have control from every point, and you also do testing of your products to make sure that they meet the label points.
Yes, that's needed, and also the certification that you need in Europe usually are more rigorous than in other places, but that comes directly from the European Union. So the own authorities are the ones that are ensure you, but in our way we want to go a bit further.
Got it.
Yes.
Awesome.
We renew every 3 to 7 minutes each room of the factory while they are working with the system. Yes, if you can notice the amount of air that is entering and going out that is vibrating.
Facilities here are done to a standard above what's required legally, even here in Europe. They're trying to meet the pharmaceutical industry standard, which honestly, if you're putting something in your body, I think that's the way it should be done. So.
It's a double control door, so when one gate is open, the other is electronically made to be closed because inside the lab cannot be with a door from outside open. One has to be closed. There cannot be contact between the inside to the outside.
So it's like an airlock, basically, where you can only open one at a time.
You cannot have contact from the inside to the outside.
And that's how you maintain control of, like, chain of custody, essentially.
Yeah, it's an engine that is doing by itself, so it's automatic. This is the R&D room where they are doing what is the development of the, for example, flavors, products.
So this is incredible. You can actually see right here the controlled laboratory facilities where they're actually doing the formulation based upon the research that you guys use to inform the actual product ingredients, and then they test to make sure it actually works as planned.
They do like a trial of the product to see, for example, how it tastes and whatever, and then if it's okay, and in the end we send to some people more to try the final product because we always steps before, and after that would be when it's manufactured. But it's like a first step before every other thing.
Okay, so the first step is you have the actual
You have the formulation.
laboratory technicians do the formulation,
Yeah.
and then you do like beta testing with people,
Yes, yeah.
and then if both those go well.
You have your research part, you know if the product is working or not working. When you know if it's working, you have to try. And after that is when it's manufactured. But that work is in the middle of everything and it's the key.
Got it.
I mean, if you don't do that work, you cannot manufacture later.
Got it, okay. Set, okay, cool.
Yeah, you have to cover everything.
Well, this is a check for the enter at the factory, the day of today, our enter at factory, and then when you come here again, your name, the company where you are, and why you visit this factory.
So I'm getting ready to move from the dirty zone to the clean zone, and anything that you have that you put on to go into the clean zone cannot be in the dirty zone. So this has to be done properly, and we get in trouble with you guys. So first step, put this all the way up, and then I've got to make sure that my shoes don't touch the ground after I put on the covering. So we're going to mask up and then do that.
Okay, perfecto. Okay, perfect.
This is the waste room, the only one without a climatization system. It starts just with pressing one button because in really small weighing, just because of the powder is just a really small quantity, just the air can distort the final weight. Yeah, this is the recipe that is inside the mixing, with mixing the different raw materials to have the final product. All the processes are signed by the person and reviewed by other person, like a peer review of supplements.
Got it.
Yeah, the final one is dosifying the product when you have the thing in the package, what you have in your home. I mean.
Right.
All the corridors have a recording camera. Everything is under control.
That's good timing.
Yeah, and the Department of Quality are entering during the process all the time to ensure that it's going in that way.
Gotcha.
We are going to mixing and dosifying right now. We have the big ingredient, I mean the one that takes most of the amount of the product, and the minor ones, the minor ingredients.
Okay. So for each one of the products that they're manufacturing, they have a checklist with basically a peer review process to make sure that they're hitting the exact percentage and gram amounts of the ingredients, and that they're following a very specific procedure that's signed off by the quality control people as well as the mixers themselves. It's really interesting. I've never been inside of a facility like this before to actually see how the supplement industry works, or should work, ideally.
Each room has a different setting of humidity and temperature. Here is critical. For second per each package for the final product. Why are they cleaning? Because it's a product that is really volatile, that the powder, and it's really dirty, so before each package goes and get the label, it is clean before. The capsule is empty. It's right now putting the bottom part of the capsule inside of the.
Oh, okay.
This is melatonin.
Oh, wow. That's cool. How much is in each capsule, melatonin?
How much? Is 1.8, I think, no? The maximum in Europe is 2.
In the US, you can get 10. So unnecessary.
After that, it goes to a system that cleans the capsules.
Yeah.
They are validating dextrose. how hide it.
A new raw material.
A new raw material from
Okay.
other providers to know
Okay.
if it's in the standards or not in the standards.
Okay, so you guys get raw materials from someone, and then you actually go through the process of testing to make sure that what they sent is exactly the amount that is
You
expected.
have your manufacturers, and we tell the things of the manufacturers to know if they are able to fulfill our criteria.
Gotcha. So you're actually making sure that what you get from the manufacturer is exactly what is supposed to
Yes, when we have a chain of products in the manufacturing process, because they're during one day you are not manufacturing just one product, you are manufacturing different products. So between each manufacturer, we are testing the allergies of all the materials and so on.
be. Okay, so you're also testing the ingredients to make sure that they don't have any allergenic compounds.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is the machine for take the allergen. It's a rapid scan. We have to put in this place, and we have one different buffer for each allergen. For example, this is for gluten.
Gluten. Okay.
We have to take the
Sample. Yeah. Or a swab.
1 milliliter of the buffer of each allergen in the test cube. Wait 3 minutes. Take 0.3 milliliters with the drop of the allergen here. Then you have here it's like a control. You put here the test that you want, gluten in this case, the name of the surface, like for example, table of laboratory, I don't know. Put the stick. I cannot show for prevent contamination.
Right.
It gives you a number, and it's or confirm or not confirm.
Got
and
it.
then we make another analysis or whatever.
So you guys test for gluten allergies, milk allergies, shellfish allergies, and soy allergies?
Yep.
Okay. What about peanut allergies?
We don't manufacture here.
No.
Because now you are passing through the clean part to the.
I'm now dirty again. I've
Yeah.
come from clean to dirt.
Yes,
Yeah.
right now you are dirty again.
I am the dirty man. That was really, really interesting. Thank you.